Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a band that, very unique band. They weren't around very long. They had all different types of styles, uh, and it was just wrong timing. I think it worked out for one member. The other ones kind of just disappeared off the spotlight afterward. But the band I'm going to be talking about today is a band called Shotgun Messiah. I have the shirt here, the Second Coming shirt. They're from Sweden, and they started out a very glam metal band. They had a #1 song in Sweden called "Shout It Out." Then they came to America in the late '80s. There was another band apparently that had the name Kingpin. That was their name of the original band, Kingpin. They had a cover, which I don't have. I wish I did. The band members were all like glammed out, big hair, and it had like the pink purple name Kingpin, and the title was Welcome to Bop City. You can still buy it. It was released in Europe under that title. I wish I had it on vinyl, but I don't have it right now. And they had to change their name because the band had it already, so they were repackaged as Shotgun Messiah. And with that, they released the debut album. I think it was 1988, if I remember right. Yeah, 89 on this. The original one I think is 88. And they had the band consisted of Zinny J. Zan, singer, Tim, also later known as Tim Skold, Harry Cody, the guitar player, and the drummer Styx Galore. And this album is pure glam metal to the T. Shout It Out, which was the #1 hit in Sweden. Actually, I think it hit the top 100 here on the rock charts. It's on here. Bop City instead of Welcome to Bop City. It's just called Bop City. Don't Care About Nothing, which is a single they released along with Shout It Out, which is my favorite off this album. Don't care about nothing, nothing at all. Good song. Nowhere Fast, the title of my life and biography coming out. Be sure to check it out. Nervous was a decent song. There's the problem with this album is Zinny J. Zan is not a great singer. He's definitely a glam and sleaze hair metal singer, which is my style mostly, but I don't know. I don't think he's that great of a singer. The songwriting's kind of iffy on this. It's not that great. I would say the highlights are Bop City, Don't Care About Nothing, Shout It Out, maybe Nowhere Fast, or In Your Love. Then afterwards, they toured a year maybe, and then they fired Zinny J. Zan, and Tim Skold became singer, and he dropped the bass playing duties. He dropped the name Tim, and then went to his real name, Tim Skold. And then they released this amazing record called Second Coming. The shirt, same, you can see it. And once again, they changed their sound. It's still the 80s hard rock, early 90s sound. This came out in 91. They dropped the whole glam thing. This is more like a hard rock, pissed off attitude type record, sort of like Guns N' Roses, with some punk attitude on the song. They even have a punk cover on here of New York Dolls, I think. And it just worked. Tim Skold's monotone voice, he's not a great singer, but it fits this type of punk hard rock record. And it starts off with Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll, great opening song, Red Hot. Living Without You, which is the ballad off the album. They released it as a single. Heartbreak Boulevard, which is probably their most famous song that people know of. Heartbreak Boulevard. I don't know this song, the lyrics that well. Great song. I Want More. Ride the Storm, another good ballad song. Babylon, which I think is the cover of the New York Dolls. You and Me. Can't Fool Me. It's a great album. It has like I said, it has some punk, hard rock, metal, and it's just a we don't give a fuck attitude type record. And Harry Cody on guitar, I'm gonna tell you, he's one of the best guitarists you've never heard of. Check him out. He kind of disappeared from the spotlight. The song off the first album, and they had an instrumental, I forgot to mention, it's called The Explorer. It's him at his best. It's an amazing instrumental. And Heartbreak Boulevard, they also released a video for that. And they toured in 92. I forget who they opened for. I know they did tour with Asphalt Ballet, another band that should have been bigger, but wasn't because they came in late. And then later 92, they took a break, came out with this EP, I Want More, which is mostly 3 songs from Second Coming, I Want More, Nobody's Home, and Babylon, and more covers, 53rd and a Third, Search and Destroy, Iggy Pop and Stooges. It's okay. It's more of a punk EP. And then the bass player, Bobby Lycon, who they hired when Tim went to be the singer, left. Styx Galore left. So they came back. They went back to Sweden and they produced this. I don't know how to explain this. It's Violent New Breed. A lot of people love it. It came out of nowhere. It's industrial heavy metal, but they were the first to really do it. It was before Nine Inch Nails became famous, and I think White Zombie was around, but this was really the first major instrumental or industrial record, because they did the vocals, and Harry Cody and Tim were the only 2 members left. They did the vocals and the guitar work. Everything else was electronic, and it's not my style, don't get me wrong, but it's grown on me over the years just because of the Harry Cody's guitar playing. It's so heavy and it kicks you in the teeth. I'm a Gun, man, that song's heavy. The title track, Violent New Breed, Monkey Needs is a great song, really heavy. And then Jihad, which is one of their better songs, I think. It's really underrated, about the soldier. It's not really my style, but I might even like it better than the debut now, just because I don't like his vocals, and the songs aren't very good. It's close, but this is definitely a landmark record. Nobody ever talks about it. It came and went, and the band disappeared after this. They broke up. But it's really the first, early 1993, really the first, I wouldn't say major because it didn't sell, but the first big, the first, I don't know, industrial record, pretty much. It was not on vinyl. It was just on CD and cassette. And what's different between this, like I said, this stands out compared to most industrial metal because it's so heavy, and the Harry Cody's still prevalent on this record, even though with the extra sounds added in, the heavy guitar, the guitar solos. A lot of industrial metal don't have Harry Cody, so that's why it stands out, and that's why I like it for what it is. It's not really my style. And it came and went, and then they broke up, and Harry Cody did some things. He did one with Matt Kramer, the original Saigon Kick singer. They were going to a band called Coma. They were going to record, but unfortunately never amounted to anything, and they broke up. And then Tim Skold released a couple solo records and did KFMDM. He joined them, which is a big industrial German metal band. So he don't really like glam, so he hasn't returned to that genre at all. And then he did his most famous work with Marilyn Manson. He recorded 2 or 3 albums with Marilyn Manson. He was in the band for almost a decade, and he left, and now he's just touring as Skold. He was actually in Pittsburgh last month, which I just found out when I was looking up what he was doing now. And the performances, I don't know how he can go from Shotgun Messiah to what he's doing, playing small clubs now. There's hardly any guitar playing. He did a cover of Living Without You. I'll put that link up too. I'll put some videos, and then I'll post a link up here of his latest performance. And it's just what could have been of him, He had it made with Marilyn Manson, even though I don't like him. He was making money. But I guess he wanted to do his own thing, so that's the story of Shotgun Messiah. They became, from Sweden, glam, hard rock metal, industrial metal. That's why they were sometimes called Bandwagon Messiah from some people. And also, Zinny did not give up the name either. And back in 2013, him and Styx formed Shotgun. No Messiah, just Shotgun, his own version, I guess, of Shotgun Messiah. And I guess they did a small tour like Sweden, Sticky Fingers, which I was at, and saw Y&T in Gothenburg. Great little club. They did a few dates, and I think they released an EP or live album, and that was it. And they never recorded a studio record, and nothing since. So there's also been talk that Harry Cody and Tim Skold were maybe thinking of forming again Shotgun Messiah, but I highly doubt it. If they did, it would probably be more industrial metal because that's what Tim does now. But I would be happy with like a mix of the last two records in one, but I don't think it's going to happen. So that's the story of Shotgun Messiah, pretty much. Tim Skold and all them. And let me know if you know this band. If you don't, I'll post links. Check them out. They're really underrated. They just came in at the wrong time. And that's about it. 3 albums, an EP, and boom, they were gone. So, as always, thanks for watching. I'll put the subscribe button there if you want to subscribe. I'll put links and a previous video. So keep on rocking YouTube. Peace. See you out. See you out. Whatever. See you next time.